Alright, welcome everybody. This is Scarlet Tide TCG, and today we are going to talk about Gear Chronicle, Chronojet in Standard. I've been meaning to do this deck profile. The last time I did it, I decided to delete, so we're going to go ahead and do this deck profile. So this is pretty self-explanatory for what that's the Gear Chronicle crit. The ride line is you can't really play anything else. Chronojet, because you have to play Chronojet. Because when you ride over Chronojet with Mazer Gear Dragon, that you get the crest, which is super important and allows you to scale and to snowball down against crest. I don't think we really need to talk about the crest at this point because it's a meta deck. It also in Springfest San Gabriel in California, all 4 decks were playing at least one Chronojet. And so then we run Smoke Gear Dragon. It is your searcher when rode upon. It doesn't do anything on V, but when rode upon by Chronojet Dragon, you can Soul Blast 1 and search for a grade 3. We play one Chronojet Dragon. We play the old TD06 Chronojet because it's one of my favorite arts, and because it's the exact same card that they did for the reprint for the Stride deck set. Pretty self-explanatory. Then we'll just go into the G-Zone because the G-Zone is the exact same as everybody else's. So we play 4 copies of Fate Rider Dragon. This is your first stride and your late game stride a lot of the time if you don't have a Chronojet. This card says you can Counterblast 1 and return a card back to the deck and call a grade +1 and give it 5k for every card that's face up in the G-Zone. It's good. You have to play 4. And then 4 copies. This doesn't need any introduction. 4 copies of Chrono Dragon Next Stage. This does require a Chronojet Dragon discard. And when you stride into this, you can Counterblast 1, discard 2 cards, send this back to the G-Zone. And so your front row will gain another 5k. And you can stand a Chronojet Dragon Vanguard. There is the G-Zone and the ride line. So, yeah. Let's get into everything else. We play 2 more copies of Chronojet Dragon in the main deck. The only reason we play 2 is because we need to make room for the other grade 1s that we want to play in the deck, because the grade 1s are our big push cards in this build. Also, another grade 1 we play searches this at a deck as well as the discard pile. Then we play 2 copies of Steam Fighter Bali. This card is like a stride fodder. Really, you can use him on grade 3 as a rear guard at GB2. There's times where you will want to do it, but his skill says at GB2 that if a card was sent back to the bottom of the deck for either players, it gains 10k. If you discard this for stride, you get to draw a card. Off to the grade 2s. That's all we play in the grade 3s. We play 4 additional grade 3s in the deck because we don't have the Persona Ride symbol. Then we play 4 copies of Upstream Dragon. This is your ability to multi-attack. So at GB1, you can attack, gain 5k, and then put it back to the bottom of the deck and call a grade 1 to the back row. A lot of the time you're going to call a very specific grade 1. This is your multi-attack enabler. Play this card. This card is really good. This is kind of like different than most players. So I only play 8 grade 2s. I play 4 copies of Argandia. This is basically a big shield. So this says when put on to the Guardian Circle, you can Soul Blast 1. And if you have nothing face up in the G-Zone, it becomes a 10k shield. If you do have something face up in the G-Zone, it gets plus 10k shield instead. So it becomes a trigger guard. That's it for grade 2s. In the grade 1s, we play your best card in the deck, probably. This is your draw engine. This is Scheme Scar GG. When this is placed from anywhere, you can Soul Blast 2, draw a card. If this card was called from ability, it gains 5k. So it becomes a big booster. It also is your draw engine. Then we play 4 copies of Steam Breath Dragon. This is your basic stride fodder, and if you have the crest, you can discard this card from your hand and search your drop zone or deck for Chronojet Dragon and put it in your hand. If you search the deck, shuffle the deck. Then we play 3 copies of Brainwash Roller. This is your one of your soul chargers. It also gains 5k if you're at grade 3. So you can put this behind Vanguard, like early game. Like if you went second, you can call this soul charge, call a GG, soul blast 2, draw a card, and then you have a full 3 columns for attacks. This is probably what's going to get choice restricted with Chronojet if a ban list comes. Then we play 3 copies of Steam Maiden Arlen. Great to see this girl back. Great to see a PG back that is a Gear Chronicle unit. This is basically just your Dark States. If you have 2 or less cards in hand, you don't have to discard. PG. Then we play 2 copies of Ling. This allows you, when placed from anywhere to rear, check top 2, put 1 to the soul, and put the other one on the bottom of the deck, so you get selective soul charge. Then we play 1 Gungan Ram. This on place, soul charge 1, auto, soul blast 3, draw card, so it's your backup GG. Then we play 1 Blitz Order because Chronojet mirror matches, you don't have to discard for Sentinel. Then we play 8 crits, vanilla crits, because it does matter. Play vanilla crits because you can spin them back. They're 5Ks, and then they'll gain 5K and get big. This is more preference. I play 4 World Original Favronia heals because they're my favorite heal. You can also spin these back with Fate Rider. It's kind of funny. Play 3 draws. I don't have my effect draws. I can't find them. This is just a placeholder until mine come. You do want to draw. And then, of course, we play the Dark States over trigger because gaining 10k in a crit when you come back down and have guard restrict is nice. So that is Chronojet. Thank you for watching. This is Scarlet Tide TCG, and I'm out.